for this new one, the new one, World Bearing Witness, that will be presented the first weekend of December. But I will let Elizabeth say more about this.
Yeah. I mean, it may seem strange, like how does this all fit together? But today we're going to be listening to a short message prayer from Brother David Steindl-Rast, who I'm sure many of you know. He's an extraordinary human being, a real spiritual warrior, whose theme is gratitude. And we had him as a guest on One World Bearing Witness, which is a 24-hour meditation vigil and prayer vigil, I would say, in relationship to a lot of to create a coming together around some of the most divisive and disturbing and joyous and promising aspects of the human experience, trying to create a space in which both of those can be held together. And so last year we had Brother David, and today, 4 times a year in one meditation, I come in and we do one of the sessions from the previous year's One World Bearing Witness, which is coming up in 2 weeks, and the next one, and we have a little video that describes it, just to give you a sense. Thank you. One World Bearing Witness is a 24-hour, live, online, global, and local ritual. You're invited to join us. We're bringing together people from around the world, climate warriors, sacred activists, change makers, and inviting them to share their prayer for the world, what they are envisioning, what their hopes are, what they are asking us to bear witness to. And in bearing witness, we meet in a field of joy and suffering, holding both together so that a wholeness is created between us.
To come together for 24 hours, or a fraction of this 24 hours, with people all around the globe, to be together also in these more than difficult times, to express our intention of prayer. What does prayer mean? It means that we express ourselves, our willingness to be witness to the difficulties of our time, but also witness to the beauty of existence, and to hold this together as one field of love and attention.
And everyone has a prayer. You could say that every life, every human life is a prayer, whether that's a prayer for the safety of your family or a prayer for the thriving of our beautiful planet. What moves us, what guides us, that's what we mean by prayer. We're inviting you to join with your prayers, to the prayers of our presenters, to be able to create this field, a field that holds sorrow and joy, courage and fear, that holds everything that is present now in these times into a unity, into a wholeness.
To be together, witnessing the profundity of life, the beauty of life, the tragedy of life, and to unite with our heart, with our consciousness, with our humanness in this period of 24 hours.
And this 24 hours is a time of celebration and deepening, a time where we unite in our hearts, in our minds, in our being, and are able to hold this whole that we are.
And to come together in prayer seems like something that is fallen out of time. But part of this global ritual is also to bring our devotion to the beauty of life and also our human concern for the tragedy of life together in whatever way is appropriate for you, for us, and find our multiple voices to unite in the differences and also in their coming together, so that we can hold a field that is nourishing for our spirit, but also nourishing for our resilience in being able to be there for what we need to be there for in these complex times that we are living in.
And so we will alternate between hearing these prayers and bearing witness to them and going deep into meditation so that we can together create this field, co-create a field that allows us as human beings to expand to hold the complexity that life is.
We're looking forward to see you, to hear you, to be with you in these 24 hours.
And you can find out more by clicking on the link connected to this video. Thank you for listening. And so now we're going to hear the voice of Brother David, as Manon said in her announcement, and we just mentioned. And this is in listening to what Brother David has to say, listen beyond your mind. Listen from your larger self, from the whole of you. Take in his words, the rhythm of his words, the sound of his voice. Don't intellectually engage with what he's saying. Let it touch you. Let it come to you, through you. Allow yourself to be a vessel for his message. And in that way you can connect with the space that Brother David lives in and the beauty of his perspective on the world. So with that, Manon, you want to play the video?
Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Here in Frankfurt, Germany, by now we have a sunny morning. I'm sure you all know people you have met in your life, and you just simply feel blessed by having met them. One of those people in my life is Brother David Steindl-Rast. And I guess I don't need to say too much about Brother David Steindl-Rast. I guess all of you know who he is. He's a Benedictine monk who was born in Austria, lived most of his adult life in the United States, in California. He grew up in the Second World War. His family went to America afterwards, and he became a Benedictine monk in the United States and played an important role in the interfaith dialogue, particularly between Christians and Buddhists. But whatever you say about Brother David Steindl-Rast, it doesn't meet meeting him. And it was interesting. When I met him the first time, I was doing an interview with him for our magazine, our German Evolve magazine. I even can't tell you what it is, because yes, he's a beautiful man. There's something where someone touches you very deeply and you don't forget it. And that's just what it is. And for this ritual, we were, because someone we had in mind couldn't come for this ritual, we were looking for a European Christian. And honestly, I didn't dare to ask Father David Steiner-Rust. He's 96 years old. And I knew he just spent several months in seclusion in Argentina, where he wrote a book. And he is now back in his little monastery in Austria, in Salzburg, at a beautiful lake. And I asked a very good friend of him if he knew someone who would be a right person as a European Christian for this ritual. And I didn't have Brother David Steiner-Rust in mind, but this friend of him told Brother David Steiner-Rust, and it was him, Brother David, who said he would like to do that. Some of you remember he did it 2 years ago also with us, and he said he doesn't do many things anymore at this age, and he's choosing it very carefully. So we felt very honored that he would be with us. And at the same time, I feel in the last days, I have an inner dialogue going on. I should have asked him more, because basically I didn't dare to ask him to come on live. And I kind of guess if I would have asked him, he would have come on live. But it was kind of, he's an elder, fragile man. I didn't do it. So we had a conversation, in fact, exactly a week ago, last Sunday, and it was not a too long conversation, where he just shared his perspective and his gratitude also for doing this. And Brother David, talking about gratitude, is something particular, because basically gratitude, that is his teaching. If you would ask what's the teaching of Brother David Steiner-Rust, it's gratitude. And he brings gratitude to a depth that is quite remarkable. A very simple point he's making is, usually we understand gratitude the wrong way around. Usually something happens and we are grateful for. But they say, in fact, life works the other way around. Gratefulness opens the life. And so we have this short conversation, no, in fact, a short talk from Brother David that we recorded. I would like to play it to you. And then afterwards, we have a little longer, not also a short, but a little longer video that is about this teaching of Brother David. And then I would invite all of us to meditate on this very profound teaching. So I'm very happy that Brother David Steiner-Rust joined us for One World Bearing Witness.
Dear friends who are sharing with us in this global ritual, It's a great joy for me, and I'm very grateful to be able to join you all. For us here in Austria, this is the day of the first snow. We have beautiful snow out there, and at this time, when winter begins, there is a great silence that falls over the whole countryside. And that is a theme that is also very important to me for shared silence. There's so much being said, so many words being made, and at this time we want to make words and encourage one another, but silence is still a more powerful tool to unite us. Words divide us, words tend to divide us, even where we try to use them to communicate and unite us, words often tend to divide us. Silence unites us. Sure, there's also a silence, a hard and heartless silence that can divide people, missing a good word where it's supposed to be said. But when the outer silence arises from the inner silence, then it is something that unites us. And it is this inner silence that I would invite us to experience for a few moments. Look at the snow. Nice to see from the inside where you don't have to be cold. Enjoy the silence outside. And at this time, we also light candles. Today, we light the first Advent candle. There will be 4 candles, one on each of the following Sundays and one today. And then comes Christmas. It's a preparatory ritual for Christmas. And one of the important themes of Christmas is when the whole world, and that comes, this quotation comes from the Hebrew Bible, when the whole world was in silence, and when night had reached the midpoint of its fast course, the eternal word leaped down from heaven. So the word must come out of the silence. And our words, our good words that we want to share with one another, should also come out of that loving silence. So I will now light a candle for all of us and then invite you for a little quiet meditation.
And now I would like to invite you to listen to the second video that we have prepared.
You think this is just another day in your life? It's not just another day. It's the one day that is given to you today. It's a gift. It's the only gift that you have right now. And the only appropriate response is gratefulness. If you learn to respond as if it were the first day in your life and the very last day, then you will have spent this day very well. Begin by opening your eyes and be surprised that you have eyes you can open. That incredible array of colors that is constantly offered to us for pure enjoyment. Look at the sky. We so rarely look at the sky. We so rarely note how different it is from moment to moment with clouds coming and going. Open your eyes, look at that. Look at the faces of people whom you meet. Each one has an incredible story behind their face. Not only their own story, but the story of their ancestors. All that life from generations and from so many places all over the world flows together and meets you here like a life-giving water if you only open your heart and drink. Open your heart to the incredible gifts that civilization gives to us. You flip a switch and there is electric light. Turn a faucet and there is warm water and cold water and drinkable water. A gift that millions and millions in the world will never experience. And so I wish you that you will open your heart to all these blessings and let them flow through you. That everyone whom you will meet on this day will be blessed by you, just by your presence. Let the gratefulness overflow into blessing all around you. And then it will really be a good day.